and hit that hard desert floor and run off very fast. And that's what could lead to that very, very dangerous flash flooding. And we have flash flood watches in effect for everywhere you see in green here. Almost the entire state of Nevada, western Arizona, all of southeastern California, even up into portions of southwestern Utah, as the moisture surge associated with Hillary pushes up into the southwestern United States. One thing I want to cover, a couple of quick definitions. So if you live in an area and you receive a flash flood warning, that means that dangerous flooding is happening or is going to happen soon. That means you're going to want to stay in your home. If you're in an area that you might need to move to higher ground, that might be a time to do so if you're asked to evacuate. But otherwise, you want to stay at home and not to travel in those areas unless your fleet and family do everything you need to do to get ready. You're not going to want to be out and about, especially at night, tonight, and overnight into Sunday morning. And during the day, Sunday is going to be exceptionally dangerous to be moving around in portions of Southern California. Beyond the risk of rainfall, which is our most significant concern, we are going to see winds from Hillary. The wind field associated with Hillary right now, the orange area shows the extent of tropical storm force winds, which are starting to move into portions of the Baja California Peninsula. We have hurricane force winds near the center, and those are likely to move onshore of Baja California near Punta Eugenia later today and tonight. You do see the risk of tropical storm conditions all the way up northward through the Gulf of California, and we have a tropical storm warning also in effect for Southern California, including Los Angeles and San Diego, as we expect the center of Hillary to move near the west coast of the Baja California Peninsula early Sunday and into Southern California by Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. However, a reminder that the rainfall and the winds are going to occur well in advance of the track of the center of Hillary. And everywhere you see in red here, including Los Angeles, San Diego, Palm Springs, Santa Ana, these are all areas that are under a tropical storm warning. So somewhere in this area, we're expecting to see tropical storm conditions with sustained winds of 39 miles per hour or greater, higher wind gusts, and we're especially concerned about the winds in the mountainous areas where those wind gusts will be potentially even higher. The arrival time of those tropical storm force winds into those areas will be during the morning to daytime hours on Sunday. So again, I just want to wrap up here by reminding you this is the day to get to your safe place, get your supplies ready, check on friends, relatives, neighbors, anybody who's going to need some help weathering the impacts of Hillary. And reminder, during a flooding event, if you're in a safe place where you're not going to flood, you want to stay home, stay inside, move to higher ground if you're asked to do so. You don't want to be out driving in floodwaters in a vehicle or on foot or crossing floodwaters on foot. You can't tell how deep the water is, especially at night. So please be safe. Please stay tuned. Have trusted ways to get information during the next 24 to 36 hours. Have a wireless emergency alerts turned on your phone. Have a NOAA weather radio. Download other information. Stay tuned to your trusted sources through your local media and listen to any emergency advice given by your local officials. So please stay tuned for more.
Newly released surveillance video showing a Cass County gas station customer firing 7 shots at a suspected armed robber, all while holding a 6-pack of light beer.
The shooting seriously injured the suspect, who had armed himself with a box cutter.
Now, the customer waiting to learn if he'll face criminal charges. Target 8 investigator Ken Colker has those details all new at 6.
You Know Why I'm Here is how the robber announced himself at the Stone Lake Marathon here in Cassopolis about 3 weeks ago.
an update and forecast on Hurricane Hill eastern parts of California. So not seeing much impact for the Bay Area or Central Coast. And I think the main thing that I want to emphasize at the start of this video is that it's not going to be a hurricane when it moves.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because we're working on...
Alright, so conclusions of the German test report. In sum, all enemy. What it tells us and why this is sometimes very different from what we are hearing. Joining me for this part are also two accomplished historians that have interviewed most of the aircrews in the past, James Holland and Dr. Jens Wehner. We give you a
One of Russia's best surface-to-air missile systems is the S-300, with the S-300V4 being one of the more advanced and long-range version of the system. While capable against some cruise missiles, drones, and airplanes, it lacks sufficient capability to defend against a HIMARS strike, making it very vulnerable being within GMLRS rockets' range. So when a Ukrainian drone spotted this system being deployed within range at some fields, the outcome doesn't look good for Russia, as the drone spot both launcher vehicles being able to target objects up to 400 kilometers, while the practical range is a lot less, and also engagement radars, both really expensive, costing together hundreds of millions of dollars. As the GMLRS rockets start to hit the positions, the damage is clear, destroying a 9A83M2 and a 9A84-2 launcher unit, as well as a 9S32M1 and a 9S19M2 radar, showing even some of Russia's most capable surface-to-air missile system is no match for a HIMARS strike, taking up more of Russia's equipment, leaving a little less for tomorrow.
Here we go.
Please like and subscribe for more.